Hey guys, M.V.K here coming to you again. How's everybody doing out there? Guys, I apologize for not putting out day two of my possible Marvel slash Netflix future choices. Uh, Things got caught up yesterday and I couldn't put it out. So so here I am doing it now. Now on day one, I talked about if everything goes well once again with the whole Marvel Netflix, deal, and they want to do more, these are some other possible lesser known heroes they can put out. And I gave you the Daughters of the Dragon, Colleen Wing, and Misty Knight. Good stuff. I enjoyed it. I got a little bit of feedback. I appreciate that very much. So here I am, guys, to do another one for you. And this week, this time, this is another possible character that I can kind of see, once again, give it a little bit of street levelness, but also keep it Marvel style. And that character is Mr. Dwayne Taylor, Night Thrasher. Yes, Dwayne Taylor, Night Thrasher, not his brother Danielle, Danielle Taylor, who is the current Night Thrasher now in the comics, because Dwayne is dead now, and I've always gave a big fu to Marvel for killing off the New Warriors, especially the classic New Warriors, using them as cannon fodder for the start of the Civil War. I was just pissed, and I'm not going to get into it. I digress. But yeah, I feel that Night Thrasher would be another a good choice for a possible, lesser known character. And the thing about Night Thrasher is he is basically, quote unquote, yeah, say what you want. I know a lot of people don't believe it, but do your research. If you know Night Thrasher like I do, he's just a black version of Batman. That's it. That's pretty much he is. He is it. If you were to put Batman's origin and Dwayne Taylor's origin, they would come together like a puzzle, like fine wine, because their origins are similar right off the bat, hand in hand. Dwayne Taylor, his parents, Bruce Wayne's parents, were very rich, had a big company, the Wayne Foundation, the Taylor Foundation, things like that. And they both, the Waynes and the Taylors, were killed right in front of their kids' eyes. And the difference is, while Bruce was raised by their faithful butler and things like that, and then later on went around the world, Dwayne was raised by the people literally kind of responsible for his parents' death. And both of them went, trained their bodies hand in hand, their mind, their body, to become what they are. And with Dwayne, he was trained martial arts by the woman that raised him. Her name was Thai. She was Cambodian, who led this cult. I'm forgetting the name of the cult right off the back of my head. But she was the grandmother or the mother of she was the grandmother of Dwayne's good friends, Silhouette and Midnight Fire. They teamed up first to be like a team at first, until Silhouette got injured when they were, crime fighting. She became paralyzed, and Midnight Fire, I'm forgetting his name off the top of my head right now. He blamed Dwayne for his sister becoming paralyzed from the waist down, and he became like the enemy to him. And Dwayne, he also has a bit of Nightwing as well, because he uses euphoric sticks as well. He has this battle armor that's really highly advanced. It's pretty much bulletproof. Dwayne is a very good strategist and very good tactician. He was the leader and the founder of the New Warriors, and he's the one that brought those team together. He looked at, and the thing about Dwayne is he kind of has a little bit of arrogance to him, but it's that borderline arrogance that you can tolerate, and you're like, okay, it's not that much of arrogance. Like, man, this guy's a dick. Like, he's a dick. It's more of the point, like, I can understand it, but I don't have to really like it too much, in a sense. And that's kind of how Dwayne was always written back in the 90s, and I always enjoyed that, you know. But he also has a heart. He does this. He does his crime fighting stuff for, you know. He becomes his alter ego, Night Thrasher, for a reason, and similar to Batman, why he does it. But with while Batman has one city, you know, he has a city that pretty much not a lot of heroines are in that city protecting. You know, Night Thrasher had, he also could fall back a little bit because he knew there are other heroes. You know, it's New York. There are other heroes. It's the city of heroes. That's what they classify New York in the Marvel universe. City of heroes. It's heroes are always there, and you know, it's like, yeah. But I would love to see them bring that up, and that's how the villains would be really good. You can have Silhouette, and you can have Ty, the woman that raised, you know, the woman that raised Dwayne, and you know, have the villain, them be the villain, as well as, you know, Midnight Fire being like the major villain, because Midnight Fire was like the major villain to Night Thrasher. He was like his his villain. And then of course, yeah, later on, his Danielle, his brother, his half brother became a villain, because with Danielle, he was called Bandit and he was a mutant. But since we can't call them mutants in the cinematic Marvel universe, in which I think that's what it's going to be based off of, you know, I guess they couldn't use that. But Danielle was like really angry at his older brother, or his half brother. I think Danielle was older than him. I can't remember. I think he was the younger brother. But he was mad at Dwayne because Dwayne got everything that he wanted in life. See, their father had an affair with Danielle's mother in Chicago, and it became like that. But it was really good, and it played it up really well. But then later on, he learned to forgive and things like that. So I don't think it would be really good to go the stereotypical brother, oh, and I hate you, now I'm going to come at you. Keep it with what was the origin of Night Thrasher and who raised him, and find out that the people that raised him played a hand in killing his family. And then of course the, you know, from there you go on from there. And I feel that, you know, just good drama, but good street level crime as Marvel style drama that could play up really well. So yeah, that's how I look at it. Now, in terms of casting, I only was able to cast one character, and that's the main lead, Dwayne Taylor. And off the top of my head, ladies and gentlemen, this is a guy that I feel could play Dwayne Taylor perfectly, because, you know, the martial art background would work well. And I don't care what anybody says about this guy. Oh, he can't act. Blah blah blah. He he was a perfect cast for Bronze Tiger. If they explored his, you know, I hope they explore his character more in Arrow. And yeah, that's Mr. Michael Jai White. I feel that Michael Jai White could play Dwayne Taylor perfectly, in this, in a 12, 13 part, you know, 13 episode episodic, you know, Netflix series. Um, you know, not just because of the martial art background, because I feel that he fits this character so well. He fits Dwayne Taylor so well. Sure, he has that attitude and that feel to him. Like, you know, okay, he could play this role very well. That's just me. And that was the first cast off the top of my head. That once I thought about Night Thrasher, I'm like Dwayne. I was like Dwayne Taylor, Michael Jai White. I'm a fan of Michael Jai White. I love Michael Jai White. I respect him, not as a fellow martial artist who's my better. I'm going to put that out there. I'm a martial artist myself. I practiced it for several years, since I was 8 years old, but I'm nowhere in Michael Jai White's league. I'm going to put that right out there. I'm nowhere in his league, and I classify him my better. And that's just being humble and honest to God with him. But yeah, I feel that he can play the role well, and I think it would be really cool to see Dwayne Taylor come to the small screen instead of the big screen, because in my opinion, what would hurt this coming to the big screen for me is people will blatantly already say, "Oh, this is just some wannabe. Oh, this is just a black version of Batman and Nightwing," which in a sense he kind of is, but I don't want people to. I don't. I wish people wouldn't look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? People always say, "Oh, the Marvel equivalent to Batman is Moon Knight." No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. Moon Knight and Batman are nothing alike. You know, if you want to classify someone else kind of the equivalent of Batman, then you go with Nighthawk from Marvel. But it's it's Night Thrasher who's up there as well. And that's who I feel that can play the role. Now, I'm sorry I can't figure out who to play, Silhouette and Ty, and maybe give a little nod to Andrew Chode, um, Silhouette and Midnight Fire's father, and things like that. All be well in hand with uh, lesser known actors and things like that. And even with Night Thrasher. But off the top of my head, right, for Night Thrasher, I thought of Michael Jai White. Um, I'm not really good with casting, guys. I make that, but there are some castings that the love is there, and I know right off the top of my head, this is my like wink wink to, okay, this is who I would want as that character. But with Night Thrasher, it'd be really cool to see. I would really love to see how they would design his battle armor. Would how badass would it look? How would his batons look? That the whole 9 yards of Night Thrasher. To me, I would want to see him as his '90s look, not his look of later on in the series where they had him wearing a trench coat and things like that. I didn't mind that, but I was just like, I liked him with the battle armor. I liked him showing off his the tech that he wore and things like that. But other than that, you know, Night Thrasher is another possible choice that Marvel and Netflix should look at for a possible future choice if everything goes well with their first 5 choices and things like that. Uh, Once again, give some more love to the street level characters. I'm sorry, guys, I'm checking my time. I'm looking at the more street level heroes. And other than that, guys, tell me what you think, once again. But this is Mom Vernon Kid saying peace, one love, stay tuned, keep it real, guys, as always. For day 3, I will bring you guys, I'm not going to tell you this time, but there'll be some days I tell you and some days I won't. But for day 3, you just got to find out who it is, or maybe take a guess. But other than that, you guys take care.